House prices are likely to fall by another 20%, a new report published by Moody's Investor Services has warned. It says prices have already halved between September 2007 and April of this year. With a further 20% drop from today's levels, the aggregate peak-to-trough fall will equate to 60%.
These special auctions provide the starkest evidence of how much prices have fallen, and numerous reports have catalogued the trends across the general market. The latest from Moody states that prices have fallen by almost 50% since September 2007. It predicts a further fall of 20%, which gives an aggregate fall of 60% from peak to trough. These figures come on top of other reports. While Moody's is in line with the CSO that prices have fallen by 50%, other reports suggest they have fallen already by 60%. Also worth noting that the CSO's latest figures for April show prices in Dublin rose marginally by 0.5%.
Property prices will fall if you look at it as an index, which takes into account all property on the market. I think if you look at it, however, as cities versus rural areas, that cities will flatten out and eventually will rise because demand will continue to exist. That's the conundrum here, is that we're trying to look at something nationally which is really broken down into a neighbourhood by neighbourhood market.
If you look at the Japanese situation in the 1990s, they had a 60% from peak drop after their housing bubble burst and the adjoining financial crisis that went with it. In the Irish context, 60% would be expected. In fact, it's the figure that Morgan Gelly produced about 2 years ago when he first looked at the house price drop that was potentially in store. In fact, there are other economists at the moment that say that the house price drop could be even further.
Moody's also says that the 90 days arrears trend on mortgages hit 14% in the first 4 months of this year, which is higher than the central bank's figures of 10%. As for property prices, despite numerous attempts, it's difficult to predict with any certainty when the market will hit the bottom. Martina Fitzgerald, RTE News.
Former workers at the Lagan brick factory in